St. Patty's Day from here at the SoCal Tram. My name is Matt.
And my name is Cesar.
Take two. Hey everybody, welcome to the SoCal Tram. I'm Matt.
And I'm Cesar.
And today, on this very happy St. Patrick's Day, before we get into this bottle, you know it, you've seen it, you probably had multiple shots of it, but nonetheless, if you're new here, we appreciate you stopping by. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button on your way out. Also, if you're a returning viewer, we appreciate you sticking around. Nonetheless, everybody hit that little bell, that way you know whenever we drop a brand new video. Caesar, what's this green bottle of magic we're drinking?
This green magic bottle on this green magic day, my friend, is actually something from my bar. Yeah, I forgot it's from my bar. We got this Jameson Basic Jameson.
I like that your accent went straight to Jamaica. Hit it.
So, we're back to the Jameson with this leprechaun dance over here.
It's an Irish jig, but when you sit down and you're fat,
Then it's a jag.
it's just more of like an Irish layback.
Irish jiggle.
Exactly. 100% truffle shuffle.
So, folks.
Whiskey, that's what we do here.
Yeah, we're here with this Jameson. Before I had, a developed palate and before I really got into the cool whiskeys, Jameson was actually my thing. Jameson and then Tellemare I actually like better than Jameson. So
those were your street whiskeys.
Yeah, those were my street
whiskeys. Check Tellemare right up here.
But then again, who hasn't had Jameson? I mean, on a day like today, you're gonna walk into an Irish bar. There's gonna be, or it doesn't even have to be Irish.
You walk into a liquor store.
Yeah.
Chances are you can get a shot of Jameson.
You're gonna walk into any bar. It's gonna be lit green, and then you're gonna hear flogging Molly. And then you're going to see Jameson shots being passed all around because it's the most... There's
always going to be that one annoying person that's running around trying to pinch the person that ain't wearing green. And everybody else is freaking annoyed with that person.
And then that one person that's actually wearing a kilt that everyone wants to take a picture with for some reason. But anywho, folks, here we have Jameson. And of all the street whiskeys, it's definitely my favorite. I liked it very much. To this day, I actually consistently drink Irish mules with Jameson at one of my favorite bars, Sharky's in Newport. So yeah, to this day, I still get that all the time over there because they don't have like too much crazy good stuff. So I was like, I'm gonna stick with the Jameson mules. But with that being said, Jameson's actually the most sold Irish whiskey around the world on multiple accounts. Not only is it greatly priced, but it seems to catch the flavor palate of the average civilian. Also, actually, I'll have you know that John Jameson was actually born, the founder of Jameson was actually born in Scotland. So he's Scottish. So won't this make this Scotch?
No.
Just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Every Scotland here was like, excuse me?
I totally forgot what his wife's name was, but I know in 1780, or he was born in 1740.
I'm just going to say Bernadette. I don't know why.
He was born in 1740, and in 1780, he married his wife, Bernadette. And
somebody in the comments like, that's not her name. Yes, it is.
And his wife's cousin was actually like the owners of Berlin Brew or something like that. It's
like they were the owners of Berlin.
Breweries. Bernadette's cousin was actually the founders of the Dublin's Bow Street Distillery, which was Irish whiskey, and her cousin actually hired on John Jameson as a GM there, and the rest is history. and
the rest
future.
is a multi-billion-dollar enterprise.
Exactly. And the rest is history. So those were actually some interesting notes I did not actually know. So it's actually interesting stuff.
Yeah, I mean, so two things that I always find interesting with stuff like Jameson makers, stuff like that. And this isn't, a brand new take by any stretch of imagination, but a lot of people hate on it, and I feel like it's just like they're like, it's the big brand, and I don't want to like it because it's the big name, right?
Yeah.
But it's a perfectly fine, passable whiskey, right? Now, the other thing that I like about Jameson and like stuff like makers and Bullet bourbon, stuff like that, I can go to any bar and not even look at the bar or the menu and just be like, can I have a Jameson? And they will have it.
Oh, yeah.
Which is, again, something to be said about that, right? For brand recognition. Obviously, Jameson's got a couple different offerings. They have their Caskmate series. They have their Black Barrel. They have a cold brew version, which I've had. It's actually kind of tasty. But this one is just classic OG Jameson. So what am I expecting? Well, from the last time that I had it, shiny, metallic, and apple. That's really all that I remember from it. So let's get into this.
Yeah.
We've already had enough jokes. We already recapped enough Orange County bad bar traditions. So on the nose, I'm getting that apple. I get a little bit of like that pear sweetness, kind of like when you bite into a pear.
Sweetness, that's definitely what I get too.
But I still do get like the shiny, new make, young spirit for sure.
Yeah, a perry new make is a good way to put it. That's what I smell too. What you got?
Perfectly passable whiskey. Like, you could put this in a cocktail. You could drink it neat. I could see, though, why somebody who may be new to whiskey may not like it, right? Because it's got those shiny metallic notes that I often kind of refer to as the offensive ones. But maybe it's because we've been drinking whiskey for a while now, where it's like, this is perfectly fine. Like, I would have a bottle of this on my bar and not feel bad about it by any stretch of imagination, especially like $25. Like, it's not bad by any stretch. This is a half-size bottle.
Yeah, I was like, I got this for $13. But yeah, no, I mean, for even being the neck pour is actually not bad at all. Mm-hmm. Not bad at all. Oh, I think we forgot to mention, but our little coaster coins, that the only coins that actually fit this glass is
I'm like, I think I'm messing up the focus.
Yeah, there we go. Akavite. So
yeah, these are Roy's kind of new, just kind of batch oriented coins. So like if you lose one or scuff one up, you can actually pick them up. You can get a whole nother set. This is, I think, we're using 2 of them, obviously. And I think you get 6 to a set. I picked these up a couple months ago. They're kind of great because they'll fit just about any glass. They'll fit a regular Glencairn. They'll fit an oversized Glencairn. They'll fit the Trois glasses. And they're really nice. So again, be sure you check out Roy. You get anything else on the palate so far, or have you sipped it?
I have sipped it, actually. And you know what? That's actually, to me, I'll take another sip just to confirm it.
I mean, well, you're sipping, like I said, in terms of the palate for me, I do get that shiny metallic note. But again, that pear sweetness definitely bleeds into it. I still get some vanilla. I can get a little bit of honey off of it. So in terms of budget whiskey, this is, I have zero problems with this on my bar.
Zero problems too. So in the first pull I get is a sweet vanilla. And then as it goes down, the finish is actually like a tadly spiced vanilla, which is actually good. It's still good to me. Like I find both vanilla flavors really nice and good.
Like a vanilla spiced latte kind of thing?
Actually, yeah. It's because I haven't had one of those. I haven't had one of those in a long time. So I had to think about that one. But yeah, that's actually right. Yeah, that makes sense. Vanilla spiced latte. And for that price point, I mean, dang, it's for sure well worth that money.
Okay, nose with water. Again, not offensive. It brought out that sweetness a little bit more of that vanilla. Palate with water, not too much of a fan. It kind of gets more shiny, more metallic, a little bit more ethanol-y. I lose the vanilla and the honeysuckle. So for me, the water doesn't really do much for me on this guy, which is interesting because when you get a cocktail and it has Jameson in it, like it tastes fine, like a Moscow Mule, right? Or an Irish Mule in this case. Like it tastes just fine when you use it with Jameson, but just putting a couple drops of water in it, not necessarily for me. What are you thinking?
Yeah, I think it loses the vanilla sense with the water. So I definitely prefer to drink it neat.
It's kind of like they were like, hey, Jameson's done. Don't touch it. I'm just trying to see if I get anything else with the water, but nothing really. So 40% ABV, right? And you said this is a half-size bottle, so you said maybe like $13, but you can get this for around $22 in a full-size bottle. So for me, the flavors I get, the fact that it is a recognizable brand and the fact that it can be depended on to find just about anywhere, and again, it's St. Patrick's Day, everybody's Irish tonight, I'm going to go ahead and give it a 3.5. I think that this guy is a perfectly passable whiskey at 3.5, especially for the price point. Are there whiskeys that I would prefer to drink over it? Of course. You guys know this about me. I prefer Scotch. However, if somebody poured me a glass of this, or if this was like if I went to a buddy's place and this is the whiskey he had, I can drink all night. I'm fine with that. So 3.5 from me. Where are you thinking?
So this Jameson, for most of my early 20s, was most of my fun. Whiskey, so cheap, you can grab it on the run. And I remember quite a few accounts when I drank too much that I was done. So with that being said, especially for that price point, I'm gonna give it a 4 again, a 4.0, 4.0 for this Jameson right here. Pretty good, pretty good.
Well, that's gonna be it from us today, guys, about the Jameson and about the St. Patrick's Day review.
Ahoy!
But do us
Ahoy,
a favor.
matey.
Hit us up down in the comments. Have you had the Jameson? Don't lie, you've had it. And what did you think of it? Is there another Jameson we should check out? We have had the stout version of the Castmates. We both actually really liked that one. Review on that coming eventually o'clock.
Next St. Patrick's Day.
Exactly, right? One Jameson a year. But nonetheless, guys, hit us up. We also appreciate when you hit us up on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We love interacting with you guys there. But if there's nothing else that you guys want to hear from us today, hey, stay safe and drink well. You got anything else you want to add?
Now, what about you, brother?
All aboard. Catch you next time. Hey, everybody. Hope you liked that video.
Don't forget to hit that bell for notifications.
And don't forget to subscribe. Well, hello, everybody.